Welcome to the Soya Says Podcast episode 4. This is a special episode because I have a special guest with me today. Her name is Dane. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly still.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so Dane is full time into marketing. She is based in UAE and she's now getting into consulting as well. So, once again, thank you so much for taking the time out, Dane, today.
Sure, no worries.
And just to set the context for this podcast episode, I'd like to mention that some of us have been working from home for quite some time now. And one of the things that most of us that work from home struggle with is productivity. So I'm sure you would have heard someone say, I'm working extra hours because I'm working from home. But is it because they are working extra, or is it because they are taking 4 hours to complete something that would otherwise take them 3 hours only? So the correct metric to track here is not the number of hours. It is productivity. How productive are you being? Has your productivity gone up or has it come down? And I happened to come across a fantastic post on productivity, which was no points for guessing, made by Dane. So I requested her if it was possible to take some time out and talk to us about productivity. And I'm happy to report that she has agreed to do so. So, Dane, the stage is all yours. Please teach us about productivity.
All right. Thank you so much, Shoaib. Yeah. I also hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And actually, when I received your invite to talk about productivity, I liked it because firstly, I like your Instagram page. By the way, guys, follow him. He has
Thank
good
you.
stuff. So yeah. Okay. How do I start with productivity? So I think it would be sensible to say that back 8 years ago when I started working, I used to think that productivity is about time management, right? Because when you hear about productivity, it's like, okay, no, I manage my time. I'm fine, to be honest. But little did they know that there's more to productivity. It's not just about time that you need to manage. You have to manage as well the
Mhm.
other elements of productivity, which is your energy and attention. So I came across one work when I was still researching about productivity back in the days when I started working about the T framework. So TEA, the TEA, yeah.
Okay.
So the T framework is basically it stands for time, which I already mentioned, energy, and attention. So productivity has three pillars, which are those three. Let's start with time. Um, so basically, time is the starting point of everyone who looks forward to, having more productive life because they want basically to have more time. So when you talk about time, time is something that the people relate to money as well, right? Because money is equals time. So some people when they work, especially at home, they think that oh, it's fine, I can finish it in 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours, like you said. But they're not thinking that when you waste time or procrastinate on time, you're actually losing money. Yeah. So my thinking is like, ever since, if I waste time doing nonsense or just scrolling on social media or whatever that doesn't benefit me at all, um I'm basically losing money even though I don't see it, because I could have spent it on reading more books or listening to podcasts like your podcast.
Mhm.
And yeah. So some people on the so there's a wide spectrum here. You may be thinking that spending more time working more hours is actually productive, but that's not the case. So you can't be on the negative spectrum of
Mhm.
not doing anything, but you can't also be on the very positive spectrum that you're just working all the way
All the
and
time,
you're
yeah.
not resting. That's not the real productivity. When you use time, you have to be intuitive enough to use it working, and at the same time setting aside time to actually rest things, because at the end of the day we're not still Unfortunately, we're still not AI, which I've been waiting for how many years now. That we can transfer our brain to a robot, and two of you will be working.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's about time. Um, I mentioned in my post that time has three elements, which includes system, strategy, and people.
Okay.
So for you to get more time, you have to have strategy, you have to have system in place, and you have to be with the right people. You have to identify what is happening with your time.
Mhm.
How do you have more time, which talks about this strategy, and who hurts and helps your time, which talks about people.
Okay.
So in a nutshell, basically, to have more time, you have to identify these three. What's
Mhm.
happening to you with your time? How do you have more time? What strategy do you need to put in place? Do you have to turn off notifications? Do you have to work in a more quiet environment?
Right.
And you should also identify who is hurting your time or helping your time, because most of the time people think that by talking to people, that's work already, but it's not, because you have, at the end of the day, you have KPIs. You have to have, yeah, you have your goals that you should achieve.
Mhm.
So that's about time. Sorry for talking a lot. um Next would be the energy. So like I said a while ago, energy, people think that time productivity is just about time management, but it's not. It's
Mhm.
also about energy, you
Mhm.
know managing your energy, because like I said, we're still humans. Unfortunately, we're still not AIs. So
Mhm.
you have to manage your energy. And why are the people actually lacking energy nowadays? It's because of these three things.
Mhm.
First, health.
Okay.
How's your sleep? How's your
Mhm.
diet? How's your
Mhm.
exercise?
Mhm.
Second is habits. Are your habits helping you maximize your energy? Like, would you honestly say that when you wake up, or as soon as you get to bed, you actually sleep, or you wake up and do, you know, actually do, meditation work to prepare your mind?
Mhm.
So, and lastly, direction for energy. To maximize your energy, it's very important that you have to have the drive or the direction. What's your motivation and all that?
Right.
Um, so yeah, these three things are basically what I'm doing to maximize my energy. Yeah.
Fantastic. Um, just to add there, from the energy point of view, I am one of those who cannot get to sleep as soon as we get to bed. So, what should we be doing?
Well, to be honest, I'll be very honest with you. Some of my followers know that I'm a night owl.
Mhm.
So to answer your question, how do you get to sleep directly when you lie down on your bed?
Mhm.
Firstly, I want to assure you, and also the listeners, that you're not alone. I'm also
Mhm.
a night owl. And I think it also comes with age. When we as we age, we really lose the ability to sleep easily or fall asleep easily.
Mhm.
So what I did, I enrolled myself to an app, Headspace it's called.
Okay.
They have a sleep course there. And
Mhm.
then there's one thing that they taught that struck me the most. Basically, they said that, remember the times when we were still younger, and then you just sleep, and then you fall asleep back
Mhm.
so easily. So what they do there, you listen to it every night, and then they train you to actually sleep.
Okay.
And on a personal note, what I'm doing, people will think that I'm crazy, but
Mhm.
I'm really not. I set an alarm, 8:30 p.m. I
Mhm.
set an alarm every day. It will ring. It says, "Go back, go to your bed."
Oh,
Like,
wow.
just lie down and lie down,
Mhm.
or don't ever sleep again. So
Mm.
yeah, so far it's working, but there are still days that I'm not able to sleep, but I just make sure that I cope it, because I'm also very active and I'm eating
Mhm.
healthily. So I think that's also helping me to cope up. Anyway, I still get 8 hours sleep. So
Great.
most of
Great.
the thing, yeah, 8 hours or 7 hours. worst
Mhm.
is 5 hours. So yeah, try Headspace, and also, try putting an alarm that you should
Shout,
go.
shout out to Headspace there.
Yes.
All right. So, time, energy, and action are the three pillars of productivity, as Dane just explained. Thank you so much, Dane. Where can people find you and contact you if they need more information on all this?
Oh, sure. You can check me in at Train with Dane now
Hmm.
in my Instagram,
That will
or
be linked
even
below. That will be
yeah.
linked below. Okay. Other than Instagram, can someone contact you somewhere else also?
Oh yeah. Train with Dane now at gmail.com.
That's great. That's great. Let's make it easier.
It's yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Dane. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining in. I hope we can do something like this together sometime in the future as well.
No problem.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.